Students, today we will talk about the chapter what books and burials tell us. So today we will deal about books. You must have heard or you must have read many books. So in this way you may have heard about Vedas. If you have not heard, after going through this video, please go and read about some Vedas, or you can ask the elders at your home also. So whenever we talk about Vedas, there are 4 Vedas, and that we will discuss today. They are known as Rig Veda, Sama Veda, Yajur Veda and Atharva Veda. Rig Veda is the oldest Veda among all, and it is composed about 3500 years ago. The Rig Veda includes more than 1000 hymns called Sukta or well said. These hymns are in praise of various gods and goddesses. 3 gods are specially important. They are Agni, the god of fire, Indra, a warrior god, and Soma, a plant from which a special drink was prepared. These hymns were composed by sages or rishis. Priests taught students to recite and memorize each syllable, word and sentence, bit by bit with great care. Most of the hymns were composed, taught and learnt by men, and there were few which were composed by women. The language which you can also read and which is used to compose Rig Veda is Vedic or old Sanskrit, and that Vedic Sanskrit is quite different from the Sanskrit which you study today. One more thing which is noticeable here, that the books we use are written and printed always. But the Rig Veda was recited and heard rather than read. And even it was written down several centuries after it was first composed. And it was printed less than 200 years ago. So you can understand that how people used to chant, they used to memorize all the shlokas of Rig Vedas. Sama Veda is also known as musical Veda. The musical notes, shlokas, and there are many things which are written in Sama Veda. Yajur Veda talks about rituals and sacrifices. And at last, Atharva Veda that talks about spells and charms, and one more thing, that is medicine. That is the reason Atharva Veda is also known as Ayurveda. Now we will talk about division or parts of Vedas. You can see Samhita. Samhita is the collection of mantras. Brahmins, as they used to perform the rituals. Aranyakas, theology and meditation, and Upanishad, that is philosophy, concluding parts or Vedanta. Now, one more thing which should be noticeable, that is, there were many prayers in the Rig Veda for cattle, children and horses. And children means specially son, not for daughters. Horses were yoked to chariot that were used in battles which were fought to capture cattle. Battles were also fought for land, which was important for pasture and for growing hardy crops that ripened quickly, such as barley and so on. Some battles were fought for water and to capture the people. Even some of the wealth that was obtained was kept by the leaders, and some was given to the priest and rest was distributed among the people or the subjects. Some wealth was used to perform the yajanas or the sacrifices, as we will study in this chapter later on also about yajanas and sacrifices. And in these sacrifices were offered to made into the fire, and generally these yajanas and sacrifices were performed by the rajas or the brahmins. These were meant for gods and goddesses. Offering include ghee, grains, and in some time animals also. Most men took part in these wars. There were no regular army at this time, but yes, there were assemblies where people met and discussed matters of war and peace. And they also chose leaders who were often brave and skillful warriors. Now we will talk about people. Words to describe people. There were several ways of describing people. In terms of work they do, the language they speak, the place they belong to, their family, their communities, and cultural practices. We will see some of them. There are two groups who are described in terms of their work. First, the priest, sometimes called Brahmins, who generally performed various rituals, and the second, Rajas. But here the Rajas are quite different from the Rajas which we have read in different mythological or different historical stories. Here Rajas were not like them, as they did not have capital cities, palaces or armies, nor they did collect taxes also. Generally the son did not automatically succeed fathers as Rajas, as in different historical books you must have heard that yes, the position or the post of Rajas were hereditary, like after father the son will automatical or just all of a sudden will become Raja. But here this system was not followed. Two words were used to describe the people or the community as a whole. One word was Jana, which we still use in Hindi and other languages also, and the other was Vish or Vaishya. Several Vish or Jana are mentioned by name, so we find reference to Puru Jana or Vish, the Bharat Jana, the Yadu Jana, and so on. Sometimes the people who composed the hymns described themselves as Aryans and called their opponents as Dasas or Dasyus. These were people who did not perform sacrifices and probably spoke different language. Later, the term Dasa came to be known as slave. Dasa or the feminine, in feminine they were known as Dasis. Slaves were women and men who were often captured in war, and they were treated as a property of their owners. They could make them to do anything whatever the owner wants, and they were forced to do that work. While the Rig Veda was being composed in the northwest of the subcontinent, there were other developmentals, and that we will see in our next module. Till then, happy learning, goodbye. And if you don't understand anything, please get back to me so that I can explain again.